One thing that I have come to find out in my vast 18 years is that life is unfair. It can be good and it can be bad, but life is unfair. And I know that Thanksgiving just passed for people who celebrate Thanksgiving, and for particularly people in the US, and how this is supposed to be a time of thanks and for remembrance of everything that has happened to people that have been affected by it, by the holiday. But in a past video, I mentioned that you can never truly plan for anything, and that could not be more true. You know, since this has happened, I haven't really I don't know if anyone else in my family thinks the same, but I haven't really, me personally, I haven't really had a chance to talk about it. I mean, I've said it over text and stuff, but saying it out loud is different, if that makes any sense. It was on the 7th of November, it was a Monday, was the last time I saw him, and he had a flight back to where he lived with his girlfriend, and so since his flight was really early the next morning, my three sisters and I went down Monday night around midnight or so to say bye, you know, because that's what you do when, hard to know when that goodbye is gonna be the last. So it was around midnight and we were saying goodbye to him, and we were giving each other hugs all around, and we were making plans for when he would come back for Christmas, because he didn't think he would be able to come back for Thanksgiving, because I think he and his girlfriend were planning to go meet her family. I don't know. I knew that his girlfriend was planning to go do something. I don't really know what he was planning to do. So then we were making plans for him to come back for Christmas. And so he and I sat on the floor in this very room, in fact, and we just kind of sat and talked for a bit. This is just gonna get worse as the video goes on. I purposely waited 2 weeks thinking this would help, but obviously it hasn't. Monday night we were all saying bye to him, and thankfully as we were walking away, I turned around and told him I love him. And he said he loves me too. Turns out that was the last thing I was gonna get to say to him. So yeah, right before we went to bed, I turned around and told him I love him. And he said he loves me too, which was nice, because that's more than some people get when someone passes away. So Tuesday comes around and everything is fine. So he and his girlfriend go out for trivia Tuesday night, and they win. They did great. Their team name was called the Retired Porn Stars, so if I ever need a team name, I think I'm gonna use that from now on. So then that was Tuesday. And then Wednesday rolls around, and I slept in late that day because I didn't really have anything to get up for. except for class later that night. And so I slept in, and I think I got up around 10:30 or so, and then I laid in bed until 11 o'clock or something. That's just what I do, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate to me. If you can relate to me sleeping in until odd hours of the day. So then my mom comes in around 11:10, and she's fully dressed, and I can tell she's hurrying, and she says that she's leaving. And so all of us kids are panicking, thinking, why are you leaving? What's going on? And so my dad and her get in the car and they drive away, and they said, my dad says he'll explain when he gets home. And so in about an hour he returns and tells us that that Michael is in the hospital and he's not breathing and it doesn't look good. So I mean, with that knowledge, all you can really do is wait at that point. So that's what we did. Philip and I went to class as usual, and Thursday rolls around and his outlook is just getting worse. There's little to no brain activity. And then Thursday night we get a text from our mom saying that they're going to keep him alive simply for organ donation, because at this point, with the way that his brain has progressed, that there's no way that he's coming back from it. The official day of death for him, it's hard to remember at the moment. I think it was, the official day of death was 11/11, which I thought was kind of clever, just because it's nice and even. And he was a very organized person, so I think that he would like that. So he died from an accidental drug overdose, where he aspirated, and the paramedics suspected and the doctor suspected he went without oxygen for about 30 minutes. So that was why there was little to no brain activity, because your brain begins to pretty much shut down after 3 minutes of no oxygen. And then he was down for 30. So that's pretty much it. That's life right now. So pretty much the moral or the message of this video could be to never hold back on telling someone how you feel about them. Because I didn't expect to suddenly tell Michael that I loved him, and yet I did. Don't be afraid to spread the love. So yeah, just be nice to each other. Because the world seems like it's filled with so much hate right now. So the least we can do is pay a compliment to each other once in a while. That's it. I love you guys. I'll see you later.